Darth Vader, RoboCop, and the Tin Man. What do they all have in common? Yeah, they're all cyborgs. Half man, half machine. 100% badass. Yeah, especially Tin Man. That dude had an axe. You guys want to be a cyborg too? Whoa, okay, you're in the right place. Plug in and boot up, guys. This is Epic How To Become a Cyborg. Hey guys, real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is hands down the easiest way to build a beautiful website if you're into that kind of thing. Websites look epic, wink, regardless of whether you've ever made a website before. You don't even need a credit card. Just click this link and save 10% off of your new subscription by using the code AMI. Say it out loud. AMI. Yeah. Squarespace. Build it beautiful. What the heck is a cyborg? Well, a cyborg is a being with both organic and mechanical parts. The term cyborg was first coined in 1960 by scientists Manfred Clynes and Dr. Nathan S. Klein. Spelled differently, besties. However, the concept of cyborgs dates all the way back to 1843 in a short story called The Man That Was Used Up by Edgar Allan Poe. As sci-fi as it sounds, the technology to create a cyborg is already here and has been since the 1950s. You probably know a cyborg and don't even know it. How? Well, cochlear implants and artificial pacemakers. It's a far cry from Darth Vader, but any mechanical part in your body makes you, or anyone you know, a cyborg. In a recent study of 61 countries, over 1 million people have an artificial pacemaker inside of them. A pacemaker is a device that uses electrical impulses to regulate the beating of the heart. The first pacemaker was implanted in 1958, and over 200,000 Americans receive implanted pacemakers annually. Cochlear implants are tiny devices surgically implanted into a patient's ear, designed to replace the sense of hearing. They work by bypassing damaged portions of the ear and directly stimulate the auditory nerve. This sends signals to the brain, which then interprets that as sound. A 2012 report listed over 324,200 people worldwide having cochlear implants. Holy crap! Cyborgs everywhere! Cyborg technology has progressed far beyond simple pacemakers and cochlear implants, however. One recent development is exoskeletons. Exoskeletons are wearable suits that can replicate human motor functions. These exoskeletons replace functions such as walking or lifting and have a variety of uses, from helping a paraplegic walk again to enhancing a soldier's strength on the battlefield. The Titan Arm, developed by students at the University of Pennsylvania, is a wearable exoskeleton that allows people to lift up to 40 pounds more than their strength would normally allow. The Powerizer is an awesome name and is also a kind of jumping stilt that straps onto your legs and allows users to jump up to 6 feet in the air and take running strides of up to 9 feet. And there's also the XOS2, designed by Raytheon for the US military. It allows the wearer to lift up to 17 times their base strength and punch through 3 inches of wood. Yeah! Safe when the trees attack. On the medical side, the Wandercraft, developed by the French company of the same name, is designed to assist those who can no longer walk. The exoskeleton can achieve a walking speed of 2.17 miles per hour on its 3-hour battery life. Sweet suit, what can you do? Walk? Beyond exoskeletons, scientists have found a way to have our brains directly interface with a computer. In 1997, Johnny Ray became the first human to use his brain to operate a computer. Ray, a war veteran and stroke victim, unable to move practically any of the muscles in his body, agreed to receive neural implants. After months of practice, Johnny was able to move a mouse cursor on the screen with just his thoughts alone. That's amazing and freaky. But to completely become cyborgs, we need to have fully controllable robotic limbs. BrainGate, a program developed by scientists at Brown University and the tech company Cyberkinetics, has been studying and advancing cyborg technology in humans. For example, in 2012, they successfully saw a woman paralyzed from the neck down move her robot arm just by thinking about it. Now, out in this big crazy world, there are plenty of people who have embraced their inner machine and gone full-on cyborg. In 1997, Professor Kevin Warwick implanted a chip into his arm to allow him to open doors and activate other electronic devices within his home. Since then, he's been constantly modifying his body to further cyborg research. His wife also modified her arm, creating the first ever electronic communication between the nervous systems of 2 different humans. Warwick hopes that this might lead to the development of a sort of telepathic bond between people. Back in 2002, Jens Naumann, a man who had been blind since he was a teenager, became the first person in the world to have an entirely artificial vision system implanted in his body. Though he could only see basic lines and shapes, cyborg enhancements have restored his vision. Now, meet Neil Harbison. He's the first legally recognized cyborg. That's right. It's on his passport. Neil was born colorblind, only able to see in shades of gray. In 2004, he and a computer scientist by the name of Adam Montandan developed the Eyeborg, an antenna fused with his skull that translates color into sound waves via a vibration mechanism. This system allows him to both hear and feel colors, and not just the colors of the rainbow in the visual spectrum. Harbison can see infrared and ultraviolet too, normally undetectable by the human eye. Now, where does cyborg technology go from here? Ray Kurzweil, director of engineering at Google, thinks we're going to start completely replacing body parts with robotic ones as soon as the year 2100. He's predicting that our new robot bodies and brains will astronomically inflate our abilities, increasing our overall intelligence 1 billion-fold. That's nuts! When it comes to warfare, Pentagon officials see a future where cyborg soldiers can control drone strikes and fire guns with just their thoughts. Awesome. These super soldiers will have nanobots in their bloodstream to monitor and regulate their vital signs, allowing them to fight longer and harder than ever before. But don't get too freaked out about the cyborg apocalypse yet. Other experts remain cautiously optimistic about the potential of cyborgs. Scientist Gabriel Lisina argues that transhumanism is less of a cure-all and more of a tool. In the same way that someone with the world's greatest guitar doesn't automatically become an expert musician, a cyborg still has to learn and master their newfound potential. I mean, you could give people all the latest running gear in the world, but most aren't gonna have the discipline to wake up early and go for a run. So don't worry too much about the cyborgs. Yet. Look at that, you're stronger, you're faster, and you're smarter than ever. You, sir or ma'am, are the perfect cyborg machine. Just make sure you plug in overnight, because nothing's worse than running around on 3% battery life, you know? This has been Epic Out 2. For a free Squarespace trial with no credit card required, click here. Sign up now and you'll save 10% on a new subscription by using the code AMI. Squarespace. Build it beautiful.